I'm Lori Lippitz.
I'm Cantor Pavel Roytman.
Stay tuned. Taped with Rabbi Doug is next.
We're gonna see Rabbi Doug. We're gonna see Rabbi Doug. We're gonna see Rabbi Doug on your TV tonight. But Daddy, I want to watch Monday Night Football.
Forget about Monday Night Football. There's no other thing we're going to watch on Monday but Rabbi Doug.
Yeah, Rabbi Doug on TV tonight. We're going to see Rabbi Doug. Oh, everybody talk about Doug.
Shalom and welcome to Taped with Rabbi Doug. We are here at Beth Hillel B'nai Emunah congregation in Wilmette, Illinois, and an amazing concert is about to take place. I am here with Cantor Pavel Roytman. I am here with Lori Lippitz, and we are here for an amazing concert, as I mentioned. This concert is really something that has been put together by the Hazzan and by Lori for Ralph Wilder, wishing him a refuah shlema, that he should have a complete and speedy recovery. It's called the Klezmer Benefit Concert, and it is being hosted by Lori's band, the Maxwell Street Klezmeer Band, which has been on our show many times in the past. And here we are in the shul with the Hazzan of the synagogue. We're going to have the Junior Klezmer Orchestra with us, the Wilmetsky local orchestra with us. We're going to have a number of guest performers joining them throughout the night. First of all, whose idea was this, if I can ask the two of you to begin with?
Sure. Well, it started because a classical orchestra that Ralph had played with was doing a benefit for him, and I said, let Maxwell Street come and take part in it. They say, we just don't have a sliver of space on the stage or time. I said, okay, fine, we'll do a Klezmer Benefit instead.
Oh, all right, very nice. Now, how did Pavel and Beth Hillel get involved with this?
Well, first of all, Lori and I have known each other for almost, 25 years.
Yes.
We have this very special, amazing musical and personal relationship. I love Yiddish and Klezmer music. I brought Junior Klezmer Orchestra here to Beth Hillel B'nai Emunah. This is their home. This is where they rehearse.
I know that.
And Beth Hillel B'nai Emunah has also been a very good friend and supporter of Klezmer and Yiddish music in general, and in particular of Maxwell Street Klezmeer Band, which I think is an amazing institution in the community.
And one of the orchestras playing tonight, Wilmetsky Orchestra, is due to the fact that Cantor Roytman is sponsoring and supporting it, is members of the congregation of all ages, and they just come and they rehearse with us and they learn Klezmer music.
Yeah, and the person who sang a solo in belts was my ophthalmologist, just saying.
Very nice. Well, let me ask you a couple questions about each of you. Lori, we've known each other for a long, long time. What year did the Maxwell Street Klezmeer Orchestra start? How did it start, and how did you get all these amazing musicians together over the years?
Oh, 1983 is when I started the group, because there was a Klezmer revival going on the East Coast and the West Coast, but on the Lake Michigan coast there wasn't anything. So we needed something, and that's why I got it started. And then just, everything is sort of word of mouth. Ever since I started it, people have come to me who love the music and want to play it. And I've had the joy of being able to, really, they're like a band family at this point.
I know that, and they're amazing. So let me just ask you one more question. Where is your fluency in singing Yiddish come from? And you're a great musician, you're a great singer, but not all great musicians and singers, because they're Jewish, can sing Yiddish music with the proper accent, with the proper words. Where did you learn that?
Hashem Dank. I studied with Avram Gorovitz here in Chicago, and with Hannah Feigl Turtletail,
who was just on our show just a couple of weeks ago.
Right, and several other people through Yvel, and used to be at Spurtis.
Dr. Stamfer was my advisor and teacher, so yes. I love that man, and I still visit him at Self-Help
Home, where we play like 3 times a year. But mostly just listening and learning through the music. And now I have the kinder, the children in Junior Klezmer Band, and so I'm teaching kids. And let me tell you something. They come in, Yiddish is completely foreign. It's like in 3 months later, I throw a Yiddish song at them, and They're there. They're there. They got that. Oh yeah, they sing Yiddish.
It's amazing.
It's wonderful.
So Hazzan, let me ask you a question. Cantor Roytman, you were born where?
I was born in Nikolaev, Ukraine.
In Ukraine. And where did you learn your Hebrew and your Yiddish and Chazanut? Where did you learn all these things in Ukraine, or did it come after you came to the United States? What was your background?
So I'll make the story short because
Sure.
it's quite a long journey. We don't quite have time for that. But my dad was in the Navy, and I traveled with him where he was sent to serve. And I was born in Ukraine, but I lived all over the Soviet Union. And my dad loved music. He taught me my first chords. And my grandparents on both sides spoke Yiddish. When I became a little older, a student at a conservatory, I co-created a Yiddish folk orchestra in 1993 called Klezmer Spiel. And we traveled in Europe, and Yiddish music was actually something that I picked up from the elders in town. We would go to people who...
Is this post-Glasnost?
This is just right about the time when things started falling apart. And you would go to the houses of people who had recordings that they smuggled from the United States, from Israel, and they would teach us the words of the songs, and sometimes they would even make up the words as they teach us. So I would sing a concert in Stockholm, and somebody would say, "This rendition of bells is wonderful. I've never heard such meaningful words before." And I know because, Uncle Berke composed them. And this was also how I got to be connected with Chazanut and Jewish music in general. And when I came to the United States, Lori was one of the first musicians, Jewish Klezmer, Yiddish musicians that I met. She encouraged me. She took me into Maxwell Street Klezmeer Band, and she recommended one of my first teachers, Hazzan Shlomo Schuster.
I know Shlomo very, very well for so many years.
My very first teacher was Hazzan Henry Rosenblum, who quickly left.
And Henry's been on our show many times himself.
Yes,
so it's actually his farewell concert at North Suburban Bethel was on our show.
Right. So that's how I got to sort of into this. Yeah.
And I'll tell you one little story. Our musical director and violinist, Alex Kaufman.
Love Alex.
Yes, he was...
Our daughter's actually my oldest daughter, and his oldest daughter went to school together. My daughter graduated last year.
Hannah. Oh, wow. So when he came here, they told him at all the places that were helping him out, they were saying, you cannot be a musician here. It's not going to work. You have to get a job to make a living. And so he decided he was going to become a computer programmer. And all the time he's studying computer programming, and he's studying, and I'm like, Alex, you've got to keep playing violin. And I'm studying computers. Anyway, one day he's driving on his way to Motorola for an interview, to be interviewed as a programmer. He turns on the radio, turns on WFMT, and it's Tchaikovsky's Violin Concerto is playing, which of course, as a violin student from a conservatory, he had played many times before. Sure. So he's driving along, he says, and I had to pull over to the side of the road because the tears were blinding me. And he said, what am I doing? How can I leave this? And he said, I'm going to join that Klezmer band, and we're going to make that successful.
Wow, what a great story. Well, stay with us. We are going to hear some amazing music right here on Taped with Rabbi Doug. Hazzan Roytman and Lori Lippitz are going to be with us here tonight. It's going to be a great night, and we'll be back.
Tante Mama streben, wir Kinder euch zu gehen, weil du siehst die größte Freude
in as gut hält sich sehen, in der Himmel stehen, in der Papa zu die Klezmer geschrien. Nun, lau mir alle tanzen jetzt nun mit dir
And you're watching Music Taped with Rabbi Doug.
Without further ado, let's all welcome the Wilmetsky Orchestra.
is Rabbi Joe Black, and you are watching Tape with Rabbi Doug.
Would like to play something, sing something, and say a few words.
So I'll do Gypsy Russian tune, очень черная. Скатерть белая залита вином, все цыгане спят, беспробудным сном. Лишь один не спит, пьет шампанское за любовь свою, за цыганскую. Лишь один не спит, пьет шампанское за любовь свою, за цыганскую. Подойди ко мне, ты мне нравишься, подойди ко мне, не отравишься, глупо целуй меня, потом я тебя, потом вместе мы, ой, да поцелуемся, поцелуй меня, потом я тебя, потом вместе мы, ой, да поцелуемся.
Well, that's it for part one here at Beth Hillel B'nai Emunah with the Klezmer Benefit Concert for Ralph Wilder. Remember, you can check out our website, www.tvrabbi.com, where you can also see former shows on the web. If you want to email us or email anybody involved in the concert, info@tvrabbi.com is the email address. I'll forward it to them. I know they'll get back to you personally. Stay with us for our next episode, because we're going to be back here for more music at the Klezmer Benefit Concert for Ralph Wilder with the Maxwell Street Klezmeer Band and Cantor Pavel Roytman. And we hope to see you then. Shalom, everyone.
When I came to this America, I look around inside. How can one become a Hazzan in this place of Norishkeit? When I came, I had a pass, thought I grow myself a beard. But this place is stuck in chaos, one cannot be a proper yet. But if you ask me how can this be so, the answer, friend, is this is what I know. What can you mark? This is American. You have to dress the way they dress, and why? What can you mark? This is American, where every Jew looks tacky like a goy. Kaftanim, Lippitz, you find them on the girls. This place is tacky chaos. This place is in reverse. What can you do? This is American. This is American. What can you do? Sie schäben sie, und weil die Weiber sprotzen Bert, I saw it with my own eyes. What can you mark? This is American. This is American. What can you mark? In Europe, first we meet the girl, and then we tie the knot. And only afterwards fulfill the kinderlich mitzvah. In America they differ, and when you see the bride, she's walking on the chuppah mit the kindlach at her side.
And if you ask me how can this be so, the answer, friend, is this is what I know. What can you mark? This is America. It is one crazy place I can't confess. What can you mark? This is America. They don't wait, they like to do it fast. And so, to save the money, and you have to hear this. Sometimes they macht the Hazzan zusammen mit der Pries. Oi. What can you mark? It is American. She's American. What can you mark? A proper Jew in all this mishugas. I hope you can forgive me, friend. I'll simply take a pass. What can you mark? This is American. This is American.
Ladies and gentlemen, Pavel Roytman.
Maxwell Street Klezmeer Band.
This has been a Tape with Rabbi Doug production.